Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about the Nascar Cup Series race from last night. I waited until the morning because I was just not really in the mood to review it, so I decided to do today. But there was a scary accident late in the race, about 5 or 6 to go, where Eric Jones pushed Ryan Preece, and he just couldn't hang on to it. Spun, I think, it's just going to be a spin through the grass, but all of a sudden his car catches air, flips over, barrel rolls about 12 times. I've never seen a car do that, especially the next gen car. Like, there have been some flips with it, but I've never seen the violent as a flip like that. Because that car got so far up in the air, and when it went down, I thought it was he was just on his roof. That was just from all the damage. It's just crazy. Because that's the most violent flip I've ever seen, and I've never seen a car do that. Because at first I'm like, it's just going to be a simple spin through the grass. Because Briscoe was involved as well. I thought it was going to be a simple spin, but they just started barrel rolling 10 or 12 times. I'm like, hopefully he's okay. And he was released from the hospital today, which was some good news. He was released from the hospital. He was just there for precaution. Because he tweeted out like 12 or something. So it basically confirmed he was okay. He was just waiting for observation stuff for precautionary. So he's out of the hospital though, but it was definitely a scary incident. The main thing I really wanted to get into to start for the intro, I mostly didn't recap the race last night because Chase didn't make the playoffs. After being close there at the end, I was like, I'll just do the recap tomorrow, so I'll probably be over it. But yeah, overall the race I thought was really good. There was actually a lot of 3-wide racing in Stage 2. There was a lot of 3-wide racing, which you really haven't been able to do in this next-gen car. You've seen other races at Talladega, Daytona. 3-wide just really hasn't worked, but Stage 2, AJ Allmendinger laid a third line, and it started charging up to the front. Chase Elliott jumped up there, took the lead for a few moments. That third lane, way up in the outside, was actually able to work, because you just haven't been able to really do that with the next-gen car. It's just struggled to do that. I'm glad I was actually able to last night, because it provides some really great racing in Stage 2. But Stage 2, at the end of Stage 2, or at Stage 1, it was mostly 2x2 most of the time, with the outside lane. Tried to get there and fall back, but eventually got back up there, where Hamlin took the lead, delivered a few blocks on Herbst where I thought he was going to wreck the field, trying to win the stage, but Truex won Stage 1. So he was close to clinching the regular season title, which he did, because Denny Hamlin sped on pit road in Stage 2, lost a lap. So Truex won Stage 1. Stage 2 was our only really big crash of the night. This is why I hate stages, because they're racing so aggressive. The pushes are getting more aggressive at the end of the stage. Bale kind of gets to Ty give this bumper. Ty gets turned sideways. Blaney hits hard on the outside wall. That was reminiscent to Dale Earnhardt's crash, 2001, but luckily the safety's better now than it was back then. But Blaney took a hard hit. Ty Gibbs was involved, basically the only driver that had a shot on points at Bubba was involved. Stenhouse was involved. Austin Dillon just sent it. Destroyed the fender of his car. Harrison Burton was involved. He just had flat tires, but still cost him a few laps. Larson lost like 2 or 3 laps because of flat tires. There's a bunch of drivers involved. That was our only big incident of the night, was one of the stage ends. That's why stages suck at super speedways. Like, I know it can happen at any point if there weren't stages, but stages suck. So Brad wins Stage 2 under caution, and under the red flag, he was going circles on the backstretch. I was wondering, what's he doing? There apparently was a fire in the car, because if he didn't put that on himself, they would have had to had a fire extinguisher, and he would have been out of the race. So smart from Darb Keselowski. At stage 3, we talked about Preece. We already mentioned the intro. He flipped. That was our only incident in stage 3. Most of it was single file, and there was some pit stops. Where Harvick and Elliott and their group stayed out extra 2 laps at speed, while the others weren't really connected, and they were able to stay out front. So Preece flips after a push from Jones. Briscoe was involved, ending both their nights. And Buescher, just the RFK cars were too hard to beat. Because Chase wasn't able to stay locked onto Harvick. Just the Fords are way better at pushing and connecting than the Chevys. So, but congrats to Buescher. Brad's a team player. I don't know if I would have stayed in line knowing my other drivers won 2 times this year before me. But yeah, I'll give the race an 8 out of 10. I really enjoy it besides the stage 3 single file, because stage 1 and 2 were really racy. Stage 3 wasn't until Preece flipped. I don't think anybody was willing to try anything crazy after Ryan Preece flipped there, because they probably didn't want to risk any danger. But at least Chase is in the owner's playoffs. So he's in the owner's playoffs, so I mean, that's good. Sure. Sure, he didn't make the NASCAR playoffs, but at least he made the owner's playoffs. I mean, you could get more bonus money. And the owner's title is what the point fund is paid on. So the driver's title is the prestige of the driver. But that sucks for 2311 though. You're losing out a lot of money, but you still get to fight for the championship. So yeah, we can go over the race results here. Chris Buescher gets the win. Brad Keselowski 2nd, Eric Almirola 3rd, Chase Elliott 4th, Joey Logano 5th, Alex Bowman 6th, Kyle Busch 7th, William Byron 8th, Kevin Harvick 9th, and Corey LaJoie rounds out the top 10, Ty Dillon 11th, Bubba Wallace 12th, Michael McDowell 13th, Austin Dillon 14th, Chandler Smith 15th, Christopher Bell 16th, Ross Chastain 17th, Eric Jones 18th, J.J. Yeley 19th, Daniel Suarez rounds the top 20, shout out J.J. Yeley, that top 20, Justin Haley 21st, Josh Berry 22nd, B.J. McLeod 23rd, Martin Truex Jr. 24th, Tyler Reddick 25th, Denny Hamlin 26th, Kyle Larson 27th, Harrison Burton 28th, A.J. Allmendinger 29th, Chase Briscoe rounds the top 30, Ryan Preece 31st, Todd Gilliland 32nd, Austin Dillon 33rd, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 34th, Ty Gibbs 35th, Ryan Blaney 36th, Austin Cindric 37th, Riley Herbst 38th, round the field 39th, the last place is Brennan Poole. So yeah, Cup playoffs start next week at Darlington. The next 10 weeks should be fun to watch. So yeah, until next time, I'm out. Peace.